Hi there, Alexa here. So I wanted to talk about a little tip, little hack, little trick, don't know quite what the right word is, that I've been using over the past few years to just help myself with anxious thoughts. So that's a little bit of a tendency of mine, as it is with many people around the world. And the key for me is being to notice earlier when those patterns of anxious thinking are starting to creep in. And that gives me a little ability just to notice, then gives me a bit more space and the potential to have some choice about what I decide to do, how I react. A little bit earlier, ideally, not always, in the process. So I've learned predominantly through mindfulness practice, from taking time in the mornings and throughout the day in smaller sections as well, just to sit and have a little bit of a check-in, even if it's just for 10 seconds or so, to check in on my body, because that is a fantastic feedback mechanism that a lot of us aren't particularly tuned into. I can check with my heart rate, the feeling of my heart beating in my chest, is that a bit more noticeable when I'm anxious? Maybe my breathing rate might be a bit higher. I have a tendency to clench my left hand when I'm feeling anxious. There's a bit of tension in my shoulders that I can sometimes then feel up in my neck. There might be a bit of something going on in my digestion, my stomach or my digestion's not feeling right. And all of these are just little taps on the shoulder to go, hang on, something's afoot here. And then I can use that information to maybe change my plan for the next 5 minutes, or just have a little bit of a sit down, or step away from my laptop and make myself a cup of tea and play with the dog, or look out the window. And we can create little opportunities throughout each day. So often when I've finished a meeting or a call or an appointment, I'll just take a moment to check in on all of those little cues for me, the things that I've noticed that I can spot in myself. It might be when I'm leaving or coming back to the house around work. It might be various other little points throughout the day that I can use as those little cues. Just pause, check in, notice what's going on, and do whatever we need to do to support ourselves.